Welcome back to Connie's Cooking Channel. I am going to make a pot roast with vegetables in my crock pot tonight. Now this is about 3 pounds of chuck roast. And what I'm going to do first is brown both sides without seasonings into my frying pan there. And then I'm going to put it inside the crock pot with all the other ingredients. So let me get started on browning both sides of the meat. And before I put it in the crock pot, I will come right back to you to let you know what ingredients I'm adding along with the roast. Be back shortly. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I am back. As you see, the pot roast is browned on both sides. It's been doing this maybe about 20 minutes on low. So I don't want it to be fully cooked. I just want to brown it on both sides. And then I'm going to put it inside the crock pot. So before we do that, let me show you exactly what we're going to use at the bottom of the crock pot first. Our vegetables, I have carrots, onions. I'm going to use some celery and some potatoes. That's going to be at the very bottom. Then at the top, I'm going to use a stick of butter, brown gravy, ranch, seasoning mix. And I'm going to try this Italian salad dressing recipe mix. I normally would use, the onion mix by Lipton, but I want to give it a different flavor tonight and use the Italian. See how it comes out. I'm going to use about 2 cups of the beef broth. And of course, I'm going to top it off with my banana peppers. I'm just going to use about 2 or 3 of them. If they are larger in the jar, you only need 1. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and put the food inside the crock pot, and then I'm going to top it with the meat, and then I'll come back to let you see how it looks. We're going to cook it overnight for 8 hours on low. So I'll be right back in a minute. Okay, I have the pot roast inside of the crock pot. At the bottom, I have my potatoes. Then I layered it with my carrots, my celeries, and my onions. I topped it with the meat that was fried on both sides in the frying pan. Then I added the 3 packs of seasonings, which was the brown gravy, the ranch, and the Italian seasoning. I added 2 cups of the beef broth along with 1 cup of water, a stick of butter, and you see I actually have that surrounded with my banana peppers. I'm going to cover this, let it cook overnight for 8 hours on low, and it is going to be delicious. Delicious, you guys. It smells good. Kind of glad I made that Italian with that instead of the onion. I'm kind of curious to find out how it's going to turn out. So without further ado, I hope you have a great evening, and I will be back tomorrow to let you know what the finished product looks like and have you taste it. All right, y'all have a good evening.